And yesterday I seen a video, I forget who is by, but I will put the link in the description for anybody who wants to see it. It's a very short video of Luis Collazo. Now, he was asked who he wants the most and who he called out basically, what's next for Luis Collazo. And he said that basically fighters are ducking him. Basically, he says that he called out Danny Garcia before he signed the Rios fight. And he said he called out Sean Porter. Didn't get no response from neither one of the fighters. He called out Spence. He called out Spence to go to Dallas and fight Spence. He didn't get no response. And then he said, then he was asked, who does he want the most? He said the most who he wants to fight is a rematch in between him and Andre Berto. That's what he wants the most. Says that he knows that Berto don't want no part of him, and they fought in 2009. He lost to him in 2009 when they fought, and he said a lot of people, including himself, thinks he won the fight. And he said even Andre Berto's pops told Luis Collazo that he won the fight against his son, Andre Berto. Now, the last time Luis Collazo fought, it was February 2nd last year, 2017. And he won that fight by KO in the 6th round. But he was coming off of like a 1.5 year layoff after he lost to Keith Thurman in 2015. Now, he is a southpaw. He is 36. But Luis Collazo can pop, in my opinion. Luis Collazo got some power in his punches. Now he's 37-7. He's got 20 knockouts. His knockout percentage isn't. I think it's under 50%. But he still got some power. I remember when he fought what is his name? Victor Ortiz, and he knocked him out at the very last 2 seconds. It seemed like of the second round, and that knockout was one hit, one right hook. That's all it was. It wasn't a combination of punches. It wasn't a TKO. He knocked his ass out with one punch because they was exchanging. Second round, that was a good fight to watch too. But when it comes to Andre Berto, let's start with Berto, who he wants the most. I don't mind saying that fight. It was a very, very good, very close fight. I believe Luis Collazo did put in the work, but who knows? I think it was for a title. Yeah, that was a title fight. So who knows how the judges had it, But I wouldn't mind saying that rematch, and honestly, it would be a 50-50 fight once again. Now, Danny Garcia against Luis Collazo is they both Puerto Rican. I would love to see that fight. Most definitely would love to see that fight. Danny Garcia don't do that much running around the ring, and neither does Luis Collazo. Luis Collazo rather bang than box, and sometimes, well, most of the time, that's what Danny Garcia is doing, So I would love to see them go in the middle of the ring and clash, honestly. And if we both talking and getting, punches or whatever, we might see Danny Garcia dropped if they both go inside the ring. I'm not saying he's going to get knocked out or nothing. Maybe not, but I think if both of these two men starts, going back and forth, Collazo and Garcia, I think Garcia might hit the mat at least once during that type of exchange. We all know that Collazo got a hell of a chin, but he can be dropped. It's possible. He's I think one of his first TKO loss. Well, it says he has 2 knockouts on his records, and one of them's a TKO loss, and the other one is when he retired on the stool against Keith Thurman. So I mean, he has a hell of a chin. But, Danny Garcia don't be get dropped either. So I mean, just like I said, that would be a great fight. I really don't know who will win that fight either. To me, in my opinion, it's a 50-50 fight. Now, Sean Porter though, like I don't even know how that will play out. I really don't. I don't. Because Sean Porter's so rough and ragged, and he comes in and bully you type style. And Collazo just got some power. Sometimes he'll squeeze one in on you. I don't know how that would end. I really don't. I mean, could it be true that none of these fighters want to fight him? When we get to Spence, could it be true? In my opinion, hell no. When it comes to Spence, Andre Berto already fought him. He could be ducking him because he don't want that punishment again, and it was a close fight. Danny Garcia he's a ducker. He's famous for it, so he most definitely probably is. I don't know why Sean Porter won't fight him, and if he did really try to fight Earl Spence in Dallas, he should take that fight. I mean, it's still open and possibility for him to take that fight. And if Keith Thurman keep bullshitting, I already know it's not that fight not gonna happen until 2019. Him against Earl Spence, it's not. I'm just not seeing it, and it's still possible for Collazo and Spence to get it on before the end of the year. It's possible for all of these fighters to fight Collazo before the end of the year. And I would like to see it against him and Spence. I would love to see that fight too. I wouldn't call it a 50-50 fight though. I'm going with Spence all day. You already know. But I made a video about them fighting last year when they was supposed to fight or something like that. I forgot exactly what happened or why they didn't fight, but he was one of the names that was on the table. But yeah, I would I feel I feel Luis Collazo. I think somebody should throw their hand in the ring. He does not have a fight right now, and just like I said, his last fight was February last year. Come on, fellas, welterweight division, let's get it together. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.